The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
The first rule they tell you in Hollywood, don't follow an animal act.
Look better on camera?
Well, that too. That too. Good morning and welcome again to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Zach East is here.
And I had to follow the dog.
Yeah.
Well, that was a cute dog, by the way.
Zoe, the canine advocate. Did you get to pet?
Saw her in the parking lot. No, it was very much we have to go, and I didn't want to disrupt Zoe's. Zoe's on a schedule.
Yeah,
Zoe had stuff to do.
Zoe is an employee of the Berrien County Prosecutor's Office, and she plays an important role helping victims of a serious crime stay comforted while they're going through one of their traumas in life. And so she does a great job. We appreciate her, and she's celebrating her 4th birthday by asking for donations for the local animal control services. And so if you want more information on that, again, go to the Berrien County Prosecutor's Facebook page and find out what kind of donations and where they're collecting them. It's basically any Berrien County building, any Berrien County government building. You can drop off food, toys, cleaning supplies. They're looking for Bleach and Dawn, and it's all to benefit the Berrien County Animal Services. So anyway, with that said, now we go to United Way of Southwest Michigan. And
Hi.
Zach East is here. United We Thrive. And just in time for the summer heat, we're going to talk Rock the Boat today.
It's a perfect time to go for a dip in the water.
Absolutely.
It really is. As long as you enjoy that 53-degree temperature that is off the St. Joseph shore at the moment.
I'm surprised there's not an ice shelf out there somewhere.
I'm sure it'll change in the next couple of days with the heat that is, but it's usually based on whatever the wind, or I should say the lake, of course, gets whipped up to do. But we are talking July 16th. That is a Thursday. That is this year's Rock the Boat event presented by Honor Credit Union. And it's coming up quick because tomorrow begins the month of July.
Yeah.
So we'll be, 16 days away as of today. But the event starts at 5 o'clock at the Inn at Harbor Shores on Thursday, July 16th. And this Sunday is the registration deadline for cardboard boats.
This weekend.
Yes.
So make the decision and get your registration in now.
Yes. And as I've told plenty of people, you can make a boat in 20 to 30 minutes if you're pressured. We watched the WIRX staff do it for years.
Oh, boy.
Along the shoreline where they showed up with nothing and created something. So even if you're like,
literally showed up with cardboard and duct tape?
Very much last minute,
I guess that doesn't surprise me.
It's very typical for Brock and the gang over there. So I will tell you that even if you feel like you can't put together a cardboard boat or assemble a team of a bunch of people to help you or whatever in this short period of time, trust me, you can, especially if you're motivated. And really the motivation should be you are helping Southwest Michigan families here, because all the dollars from Rock the Boat that are donated with boat registrations or the crowdfunding votes or any of those things, they all go right back here to Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren County programs that United Way allocates funds to, or our services like 211, the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, and many great programs that we do like the Volunteer United service, as well as big events that we do like Rake a Difference and those sorts of things. So that's the great part of this event, but it is so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because who's going to make it from one side of the channel to the next? And then if you do, you usually get to the winning heats, and you got to do it again. And the second time around isn't always as easy.
Is there like a boat drying area? Because I'm thinking,
if it's this hot out, it'll probably be fine.
If I make it once, am I going to make it again, or is my boat going to be waterlogged?
That is always the concern.
I love it.
There are some boat building rules that are on the website. That website is rocktheboatforunitedway.com.
Okay.
So you can read all the rules, but there are certain materials you can use. Of course, you can't, just take a canoe or something and then plaster it in cardboard and call it good. Like that's
what a great
not a
idea.
thing.
Yeah.
not a thing, Ken. Not allowed.
Okay.
But there are plenty of other things that you can do. Of course, you can duct tape it. I think you can shellac it or something. Put some sort of something or other to
marine grade shellac.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever that stuff's called. But don't go chemical heavy. Okay.
No.
We do have some marine wildlife we'd like to protect. And again, this Sunday is the registration deadline. It's easy to sign up. Again, rocktheboatforunitedway.com is all the details. There's even a map there about where the race is, but it's basically in that turn channel that they use for all the aggregate barges that come through.
Yeah.
They have to make that turn.
Yes.
That's basically where it happens, right there at the Inn at Harbor Shores.
Okay.
And we just go from one end of that channel to the other and, see who ends up winning in each heat. And then they get together for the final heat. And
see who stays dry.
We see who stays dry. And there's lots of awards, too, for People's Choice voting. There's creativity awards this year and much more.
Can you give us, for those who may not have attended this event in the past, give us a rundown, a play-by-play. It starts at, 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
Okay.
And there are food trucks everywhere.
Okay, so
there
you
are
walk
drinks
on.
from the Inn at Harbor Shores.
You see the food trucks, you see the drinks, you see people gather around.
There's a fence line all the way along the channel, so there's plenty of places to watch. We usually have about 1,000 spectators that show up. It'll be easy to get to. In years past, people have usually had to park on the grass on the other side of Gast Parkway.
Yeah.
And on Upton Drive and such. And we can't do that this year because, of course, Harbor Shores is starting the development over there.
I see.
So we have shuttles that are running from the St. Joe Whirlpool Tech Center overflow lot and then also at the Michigan Works lot that's there at the roundabout.
Okay.
So if you go to any one of those two places, starting at about 4 o'clock, we'll have shuttles that'll end up shuttling you every 10 minutes or less to the Inn at Harbor Shores. You can certainly walk there from a lot of those places. I'm sure folks will choose to do that too.
Yeah.
That's thanks to Visit Southwest Michigan. They are the shuttle experts since they do a lot of that all season long here for the summer for the visitors and spectators and such. So we'll do that here as well. So it's easy to get to. It's a fun day. But when you walk in to the Inn at Harbor Shores property for this, there's this electric energy of fun because all the teams have their own little spot set up in the parking lot where they prep their boat to get ready to go out. Some of them have tents set up.
It's
with
a cardboard tailgate.
It is. It really is. It turns into a little tailgate and it's just so much fun because everybody loves doing this. We have people who have participated for years since Whirlpool created the event back in, the early 2010s or whatever we call that era. So there is a great deal of people who've been part of this or have watched it or have sponsored it all the way along. And this year, I'm excited to say we have the most sponsors we've ever had.
That's great. You want to name some of them?
28 different ones. If we have time for all of them. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Of course, the screen went bye-bye as soon as I said that. No, Honor Credit Union actually helps us make this event entirely possible because their donation really ends up allowing us to do a ton of stuff that just makes this a cool event and makes it easier for people to get in and out of the water, to just, make it into a big event. So we've got a Jumbotron with video. We stream it live on YouTube in case you can't be there.
Nice.
We have a drone, for goodness sakes.
Ooh, drone footage.
Michigan College sponsors that.
Very nice.
We have we have 3 or 4 different robotics teams that are building boats this year. That's the first time that's ever happened.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Watch out for the robotics teams because they're smart.
They are. Yeah. I think they're good engineers, but I'm sure they had a little bit of a challenge not putting anything electronic in this build process.
Smart.
So those sponsors, by the way, also include, besides Honor, our friends at Whirlpool Corporation, Corewell Health, Michigan Works, Berry & Cass Van Buren, Silver Beach Pizza, the Southwest Michigan Regional Chamber, Gas Manufacturing, and Blue Cat Consulting. Our big safety fencing line along the channel is brought to you by the DC Cook Nuclear Power Plant. Our shuttle sponsor is Visit Southwest Michigan. Our starting line sponsor in the water is Freedom Boat Club. They have their boat service just across the way at Anchors Way Marina, and so they'll be helping out with some boats there too. The Inn at Harbor Shores, Holtec Palisades, and Little Red Fern are also helping, as well as the Herald Palladium and, of course, Midwest Family. And those food trucks that I mentioned are Ben's Soft Pretzels, KT's Rasoy Indian Cuisine, the Munchie Man, and Sweet Caroline's Ice Cream Truck, and lots more. Great people who have made this event possible. We have lots of chances to be part of the event besides also being in it. If you'd like to volunteer, you can go to the website again, rocktheboatforunitedway.com, and click to volunteer at the event. We need volunteers to help us not necessarily set up all the heavy stuff, because a lot of that's already there, or the fencing service is going to do that work for us. It's mostly getting that heavy, wet cardboard out of the water and making sure people can get from one end of the Inn at Harbor Shores to the other.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Because every week that you talk about Rock the Boat, I have an idea on how you can make it better.
Okay.
This year, I think
Ken's sponsoring the event.
Yes. Well, no.
Oh, okay.
No, the idea is, because it's Lake Michigan, we need to put a Loch Ness monster in there. We could name it Missy, and Missy, the Loch Ness, the Lake Michigan Loch Ness, would try to take down the boats. Could we do that?
We have used like floating, what were they? They were like floating inflatable palm trees. That
doesn't sound as vicious as Missy, the Loch Ness Michigan monster.
But there are some, I think in the course, if I'm not mistaken, there is at least like a buoy you have to turn around.
Oh.
So there's always something that will trip up the teams a bit.
Okay.
What ends up happening, I'm sorry to laugh at this for any of the teams that are doing it, but they tend to kind of run into each other when they get ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's what makes the comedy of this event, really. Yeah. And I know that people are highly competitive, but they love the fact that this is just a fun event, and sometimes anything can happen, even if you have over-engineered your boat and you have it as the lightest weight possible and you have the smallest people imaginable doing all the rowing. Sometimes you just can't even make it off the start line.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. Well, it's going to be a fun event this year. It's coming up July 16th. It's a Thursday, 5 p.m. in at Harbor Shores. It's the Rock the Boat United Way. And registration, there's still time to get your boat registered and put a team together, get your boat registered. The deadline for that is Sunday.
Yes.
So the website, once again,
rocktheboatforunitedway.com.
Okay, all proceeds going to benefit the programs supported by United Way of Southwest Michigan. Zach East, thank you.
Thank you, Ken.
We appreciate you. It's 8:28.